A seismic move in the WNBA. 2016 MVP and WNBA champion Nneka Ogwumike has signed with the Seattle Storm. She will now team up with Jewell Loyd and Skylar Diggins-Smith in the Emerald City. And our very own Chiney Ogwumike has more. Take it away, sis.
You see, normally I stand up here every day and break down plays, but today is literally the best day ever because I get to highlight my favorite player, a player who has been the topic of the WNBA free agency. And she happens to be my big sister, Nneka Ogwumike, a WNBA champion, an all-star, an MVP, has decided to sign with the Seattle Storm. So check out these stats. Look at these numbers. Last year, Nneka, she averaged her best numbers since her MVP season in 2016. And my favorite part, now she joins the show. What's up, Nneka? What's up, big sis? Nneka, why did you choose Seattle?
You know, I mean, I had the pleasure of, having options and the opportunity to be able to see different teams and people, seek me out, which, it's something that I think every player should experience. And ultimately, I felt like I just fit best in an organization that has so much history. We're living in a house that was built by legends and continues to be built and coached by legends. And it just really resonated with me to be able to continue to build in that legacy with some other key pieces. And
you named it right there, other key pieces, because now the Seattle Storm have a big three. There's you. There's also Jewell Loyd, who led the WNBA in scoring last year. There's Skylar Diggins-Smith, who recently signed. What are the expectations for this team besides, me sitting courtside and cheering you on?
I mean, I really want to step into this with everyone's expectations to be great. You can't be great without other great players. And I think we all know how much weight we can hold, but we want to empower not just each other, but everyone else that's a part of this organization and team. And, they're being coached by someone who really knows what it feels like to be and win in the WNBA, and Noelle Quinn. And I'm excited to be able to bring that to the court in our collaboration with a very well-balanced squad in Seattle.
Have you talked to some of the other players? I know the answer to this, but if you did talk, what were the conversations like?
I have. I mean, I'm already kind of like, the chat is live with Jewell, with Sky, Ezzy, and, of course, being able to communicate with the staff. I played with Ebony Hoffman, who's an assistant coach. Pokey Chapman heavily recruited me, going into college. And so I'm just really grateful to be a part of a lot of our worlds kind of colliding in this way, and in a really serendipitous way. So I'm excited, and everyone's excited.
And now, Nneka, seeing you go through this free agency process, you had played your previous 12 seasons with the Los Angeles Sparks. I know this was a very, very difficult decision for you. What is coming in this next chapter?
I mean, good question. I talk to you about this all the time. See, it's all about legacy. It's all about grace. Grace for me, I think, is a really big part of my legacy of being great. And that's something that, was birthed in me, and ultimately a huge part of who I was with the Sparks. And as difficult as the decision was, I think a big part of my next chapter is having a little bit more of a foundation, having a little bit more of something that is kind of like structurally there. And, if I was younger, maybe this conversation would be different, but I'm 12 years in, I'm about to enter season 13. And so being able to come in with key pieces and with an organization that, is days away from solidifying a practice facility that is for WNBA players is just so symbolic and representative of so much of the value that these players should experience, not just in free agency, but in all aspects of being in the WNBA.
Well, thank you so much, big sis Nneka. We'll chat after the show. I'm really excited. 13 is a special number for our family. It's the number I rock. And I am sure that this season we got a new big three, people to compete with these super teams up north. Queen of the Northwest, my big sis, Nneka Ogwumike. Love you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Love you, and thanks for wearing green.
You know I had to. You know I had to.
NBA,